So it's that time of year again where, you know, I get off work and it's time to do my other job. And I get a lot of questions on how do I replace a snap without tearing up my canvas. So I'm going to show everybody how you can replace like 1 or 2 snaps. That way you don't have to pay someone like me $50, $40, even $20 just to do it. You can do it yourself. So this is the top I'm doing. And I'm going to show you with a drill and a metal bit how you can do it. So let me turn this around. Now sometimes you might need to grab the bottom. This one I don't need to. Lightly. Don't jam it. Let the teeth shred the inside of the rivet. At an angle, because what you want to do is eat up that inside piece. If you go too fast, it's going to catch and it's going to spin. If you want, you can do this, but I've done it so many times I don't have to. Comes right off. You don't want to get any metal shavings. Piece comes right off. And you have the perfect hole. So when you get done, when I get done replacing this, which is horrible as you can see. And right here you see I use the painter's tape to put on the top or the portion of the window that is facing the outside. And then you want to flip it over because we're going to score right next to the stitch line. Real nice and slow. Getting your razor blade, you're just scoring it. You're not cutting it out. You're scoring it because it'll peel out once you score it. Then I take the whole thing, I lay my vinyl on top, I put my 2-way tape around the edges, and I sew the top piece. Okay, there are 2 reasons that I leave the old piece in and I sew the new piece on. One, because I'm sliding it around the table and I don't want to scratch it while I'm manhandling the piece. The new piece needs to stay nice and undamaged. So the inside of the isinglass is usually not damaged. The outside is. And if you notice, your isinglass is always sewn on the inside of the bow, where the inside, the sewn side is on the inside. So it works out perfect because if you ever take your isinglass to have it replaced, this is usually how they replace it. I don't know, everybody's technique is a little different, but I trim a little. I don't trim all the way until I get completely done. And then I take a seam ripper. You can take a letter opener. I even have a letter opener. I start it right along the same seam as the original glass because that's usually not worn. This one is, and then I line it up in the little ball, keeps it exactly where this is. See? And it's perfect, it lines up perfectly. That's a little trick. So, I'm gonna trim this off. Now I do that to both pieces. I trim away the excess on all 4 corners. done. Leaving the old pieces and taking all these extra steps. All I gotta do is put the snaps back on. All those extra steps of taping, it's a little bit extra, cost money to get this painter's tape. But now, the piece is the exact within I want to say 1 millimeter. And if you have canvas that's still good, now you got a brand new piece. See that? Because I scored with the razor. This is why it's time consuming. See? This side didn't scratch this. Now this person has 2 brand new pieces. We went ahead and trimmed it away the exact same way. All I gotta do is put 2 snaps on to roll it up, and these 2 pieces are done. Trim away any loose strings. I normally treat it with some plexus. Then we can wrap it up in some paper. I hope that helps. Wrap it up in paper and ship it off. And now you have brand new isinglass for your boat. Enjoy.